everyone, welcome to or back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be unboxing the February ScrawlrBox and using the supplies on the side to make a piece of art. If you're new to my channel or haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and let's begin. The first thing that I'm doing is just taking everything out of the box. This includes the little package of different supplies for the month, the ScrawlrZine, which is like their magazine, their artist print, which features a different artist every month, and of course some paper. Now that the box is empty, I'm going to move it aside and see what's inside the actual packet. So in a moment you will see that they did include 2 stickers for this month's box. This is because last month's didn't arrive, so if you're wondering what the reason for that is, that's it. And then of course the list of the different supplies that they've included and the prompt word and just talking a little bit about this month's box. Then we have the supplies. So we have a paint pen, a colored pencil, a paintbrush, which is going to be, useful because there's paint, and these paint tubes. They kind of remind me of those little applesauce containers. I'm not sure if you know what I'm talking about, but yeah. Then we got the monthly candy, and so now that I've got everything out, I'm just gonna throw that aside and begin the process of just going through everything, reading a little bit about the featured artist, which if you are curious about, you can quickly screenshot the text or you can go find them on their socials. And then I looked in the ScrawlrZine and just saw a little bit more about the artist and the paper. Oh, this paper, we gotta make sure it looks nice, it looks spotlight ready, but the texture, we can see that very nicely in this angle. All right. Anyway, after that, I guess I'm just doing this weird thing where I put everything in frame. Okay. Oh yeah, that was very difficult to open, so I had to use scissors. Yeah, I can tell you all are very intrigued by this. But anyway, in here is the black acrylic paint marker, and then of course the pencil is already on the table. And we have all these different paints and the paper. I did that outlining thing again. Okay. Oh yes, my palette. I just want to warn you, you will see this a few times, but it's fine. It's fine. We just ignore it, I probably should clean it, but yeah, it's cool. We're fine with that. Anyway, just putting oh, wow, that was way too much paint, but that's all right. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm just adding the different paints to the palette and trying to get a piece of paper out of the folder thing. I forget what that's called. I'll pop it up on the screen because I know I'm going to remember it later while I'm editing. But after trying for probably way too long, I did get it out of there. They are thick pieces of paper, but I just didn't want to rip it, so I was trying. Anyway, now I'm just testing out the paint. Oh, that is mildly satisfying. Oh, it kind of wasn't at the end, but that's all right. The paint was actually very, very velvety. So, plus there, I realized that I needed water to clean my paintbrush, which I didn't have. So I got water, and well, there she is. Beautiful. No, it's really gross. And yes, I tested out white on a white piece of paper. We're just gonna ignore that. And so yes, I just tested the paints out. I decided, because I had multiple colors here and white, which could lighten, that I wanted to mix a few. I don't know why I just didn't grab a palette knife. I do apologize. Oh no, I'm mixing colors. Oh boy, that's a great idea. I'm just gonna speed that up for y'all. Oh, and I'm doing that again. Fun. So yes, I made a purple. I wanted to include different hues of purple, so I will be using lighter and darker tones later. Just mixed. Oh, I'm going again. I'm just gonna skip forward through that, but ooh, satisfying. Okay, that actually was satisfying. We stand pink. We stand. All right? Yes. Anyway, now I am going and testing out the other supplies that I got. So this pencil, I just did a cross-hatching technique so I could see all the colors. And as for this paint pen, I had some difficulties. I did read the instructions and I did actually go to the packet and read their instructions. So it basically just said you had to keep smashing it against paper. So I kept smashing it against the paper, which was difficult, I will say. Eventually it did work, and then I just did that some more so it would really get all the paint flowing through the tip and it wouldn't stay out of frame. That's annoying. And then we ran into another problem. I was out of lead, so I did the logical thing and just got a new pencil. Yay. And smart. And then we had to decide what to draw, which was difficult because I had 0 ideas. Nada. 0. So I decided to draw something that I've never really drawn before. Ever, which is a flower full of different pieces because the prompt fractured segments, or I forget what it was called, that's what it was. But yeah, I don't think I've ever drawn flowers before. Definitely not. Yeah. Anyways, now I'm just using an eraser to go over my sketch. This is gonna make sure that you can't see the graphite through the paint once I do end up painting it, which I guess is right now. So yeah, and so there it is, finished. Now I'm using this fine liner that is very, very fine to go over the petals and just make them pop a little bit more. I was inspired by the artist of the month, or the featured artist for this box, so I really wanted to kind of capture a similar look, so that's what I was trying to do. Then I had to use this pencil, or at least I felt like I had to because it was included, and I didn't use it to sketch, so I just used it for the background. So here's what my idea looks like right now. I decided to get another piece of paper and recreate this on a bigger scale, and so I'm going to add more detail and more tones, so I did mix a few more colors for this. So now I'm just going to let you watch the quick speed draw of me drawing the flower. So I'm now just starting to mix more colors. Yes, I'm doing that again. I mean, it's satisfying, I don't know why I couldn't use a palette knife, but it's fine. Now I'm going to start applying the paint to the final drawing. I wanted to stick with the similar theme that I had just done because I liked the contrast of the blue petals and the pink pollen. So that's what I'm doing here. I wanted to also create different shapes and use different tones. So I used dark tones, then I added the medium tones, a little bit lighter and lighter until I got all the petals filled in, and then I worked on the stem and the leaves. Now I'm using the paint pen to make some thick outlines on mostly the darker shaded areas, and then I'm going to use the fine liner again because I didn't really like the super chunky look of the paint pen, but I did want to make sure it was in there and utilized, so I did use it. And then I wanted to remember to use a pencil, but I couldn't figure out how I wanted to use it because I didn't really like how I used it last time, and I wanted to do something a little more interesting for the background. So I decided to go get some water, more water, because somehow the water from before got really, really messy and murky. But I just diluted some of the red paint, so I got some pink and then applied it. I am using a different paintbrush because I wanted to really show those strokes. And then I'm just signing my name. Well, not my actual name, but SketchingBlue, which is technically my name. There we go. So this is the final product. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Make sure to comment down below if you want to see me unbox some of these subscription boxes again in the future. I would be happy to do that. And yeah, so that's the end of this video. I hope you liked it. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next week. Bye!